Okay, this is the last of a three-part video, Pastoriblis. It's the Dalai Lama in the excerpt on the video which you made. He says that in Tibetan Buddhism there is mystical, magical practices, which the goal is to gain very quick, rapid results and to get something very quick. And he says it's very dangerous because they can go and get a very big failure. That's what he says. But what you don't understand, Pastoriblis, I'll explain it. You have one school. There are two basic schools in Tibetan Buddhism. One is a reformed Buddhism, which is like in the Catholics, maybe the Jesuits or something, which is there's a very rigid and puritanical trend. So you have two currents. One current is a strict puritanical, bigoted. It's the monks' tradition. It's said that it's bigoted because, from the point of view of the Red Hat schools, of our schools, it's considered to be bigoted because it's a very disciplined school of monks only. They reject women. It's only open to monks, to men. It's men only. So from that point of view, it's considered to be bigoted because in short, it's what the Dalai Lama said. He said, we have a very progressive way to develop the mind, he says. And, he doesn't say what happens. He just says they develop it. So, you see, they're on the way. But that means they don't get there. You can't be on the road and be at the final destination. These guys are journeying on the road. So these people are more or less saying, they say it very clearly. They say you can't get nirvana immediately. You can't in this lifetime get nirvana. You start with your Buddhist practice and you get nirvana. They say that's not possible. So they destroy that system and that practice of Puritanism completely destroys every chance of reaching the goal, of getting illumination. Because as the Dalai Lama says, they are on the road. Because you see, that sounds very nice. Oh, well, we're starting out, we're on the road, we're on the path. That sounds pretty nice. But unfortunately, that's all they say. You can be practicing with them for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and they're scholastic. It's a scholastic school. They just study. They only study. They never do meditation. They never do yoga, and they never do tantrism, practicing the tantric deities and doing the mantras and doing all the yoga, which is the method to get illumination. This is taught. Mysticism is the way which the Buddha attained illumination. And they never practiced that. So you can be with them for 20, 30, 40 years and you'll say, well, when are we going to get there? I want to get there. I want to get illumination. They'll say, take it easy. We're on the path. We're on the path. So this becomes like a downer. And people from that school want to escape from that school. The people from the Dalai Lama school, they want to get out to be able to do retreats and do meditation, tantric meditation, so that they can get illumination. Because in their school they say, no, they say you accumulate good, they say it's a path, meaning it's a path of lives. First you do one life and then you do another life. Basically what they say is you do their path in this life and you accumulate good karma so that you can practice Tantrism, which is what we're doing, Tantrism, in another life. So we're the schools of people who have good karma, who have already finished doing what they're doing in the Dalai Lama school. And they can progress to enter our schools to get illumination. Now, what do? Well, we practice Tantra Mantra Yoga. And so he says it's so dangerous, and we have such failures in our schools. But that's a criticism against one school. There's one school which is called Kagyupa, and one of the head lamas of the Kagyupa is called Karmapa. If you Google Karmapa, you'll find that with a K. And that's a school which says that study is not good. They say we don't need to study and we don't want to study. They say studying is a hamper, an obstacle, because it gets people thinking too much. And when they think, they cannot free their mind because they're too intellectual. So they say that intellectual studying is not good, so they don't want to study. And that school, they have a lot of problems. They have a lot of problems with people who do retreats and get to mental states where they get wrong states of samadhi. Samadhi is mystical ecstasy, and they get to states of this mystical perception which are not, they don't identify them right, and they don't identify correctly what they're experiencing because they don't have the learning. They haven't read the books of realized masters who describe the experiences. So they don't understand what experience they're having, and they think mistakenly that certain states are a paradise when they have not attained that paradise. And so they don't know when they have to keep on going or to just abide. In some states you abide and you don't have any kind of mental activity, but they don't know when they've reached the right state. In our school, Sakyapa, the Morpa school of the Sakyapa, we do equally study and practice the Tantrism. And it's very strange because the school of the Dalai Lama, they come from our school. They're an offshoot from our school. And they decided that it was too difficult, and it was doing study and practice was too much. So they said, we'll only do study, and we'll leave the Tantrism and meditation for whenever. They say that once they studied for 50 years, then they can do meditation. But it turns out that by that time, so you get these scholars. They're scholars, they're very learned, but they're exhausted from 50 years of study because they don't let them. It's forbidden to do meditation until 50. So I've wound up this whole system for you so that you can start making some classifications about what Tibet looks like. Because just listening to a couple of discourses by the Dalai Lama, and incidentally the Dalai Lama took a slam at the other schools, saying that those who practiced magic, he says magic, it's not, that's kind of not very nice way of putting it. Either magic, sorcery or whatever. No, but that's so he took a slam at the others, and you see, this is a very big difference, and this is the reason for the splitting of these schools. So this is not to be taken lightly. If you think that your opinion is that yoga and meditation and tantra is no good, that's your opinion. But this is a very serious topic, And so I think I've at least surveyed it. Okay, that's it. Bye bye.